Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Farmcast. Today, we're back with some complaints. It's been a while. I think our last complaint cast was after the NFC Championship game. So we've had some time to get some more complaints. We've been in a deep depression, so that's usually we're usually just depressed, but even more deep depression since then. But we've got some complaints, and I've got one today that has just been bugging me, and it's really small, and I could ignore it if I want to, but I don't want to. That's not what we do on this podcast. So, have you guys ever seen TikToks where they talk about like e-commerce stuff, and it's like, I'm financially free. Look at all the cool stuff I get to do. I live in Ibiza, and it's like all you have to do is this, and it's like just this list of stuff being like, do this, and you'll be a millionaire by the end of the year, basically. Those things piss me off so much because I don't know if they are. I believe that they got some money from doing this, but I really think they're a scam.
Oh, it's total bullshit.
Yeah, I think I don't deny that they definitely did something to make some amount of money, but this has to be like the biggest scam ever. And even if it's not, they're probably ignoring the fact they're probably like selling this to people in like low income areas without hiding the fact that like their parents gave them like $100,000 to start this anyways, because that's the soul of it is buying really cheap products online and then like selling them at like marked up prices.
And how genius, because nobody's ever thought of that concept before in a capitalist society. Nobody's thought about buying cheap and selling high.
Right.
Crazy thought. They never tell you about all the money they get to invest that they get from their dad. So that's that part they conveniently leave out. But a lot of those, like, it's and every generation has their version of this. Because it's just the new age where it's like, TikTok people are doing this. But like 10 years ago, it was Ty Lopez and the boys all on YouTube during their scams and everything. So it's like, this is, and then before that, it's, it's infomercials, it's get rich quick schemes. It's all bullshit.
Yeah. They probably make more money just on their TikTok views, honestly.
Well, like, anytime you see one of those people who's like, just for a small fee or a one-time fee of $49.99, you'll get a 2-week class on how I made $100,000 in 6 months,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, or you get like, you got a copy of my ebook. It's like, wow.
Yeah. You get a PDF download on the instructions, and all it is like, go to this website, make an account, stuff like that. I did want to like look into some of these sites and see, like, I just want to scout out a little bit. I want to see. I'm very interested in this because like it's the same video every time he uploads, because I went on his account because I'm like, I want to see what else he does, and it's just him like on his jet ski, and he's like I'm financially free. I took 3 years ago I wanted to do this, and now I'm financially free. It's like, interesting.
Tell me more. You're going to get too sucked in. It's like everything else in our lives. It always starts ironically, and then we just like keep saying it until it becomes too normal, and then we forget we started it ironically, and then it's just like an actual part of your personality. That's going to be you with get-rich-quick schemes.
I'm going to be doing some e-commerce stuff. I do want to look into this, though. Maybe we'll have to update on the pod, but I want to see, because this is the thing. I've seen multiple people try to, like, put this up there. So I'm interested.
It's going to be a month from now, and Zach's going to be talking about blockchain, and he's going to have his Shopify and the link. And I don't like this. This is a dark road to go down.
Hey, we'll see. I want to be financially free. I want to live in Ibiza.
Cash solvent.
Yeah. We'll be plugging my PDF on the podcast for $20. You can download.
I know a way that you specifically, Zach, could become financially free.
How's that?
Start back up your SoundCloud.
Low key. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what. It was working then. Oh yeah.
Subject. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick name.
Because I'm taking these people to school.
So you mentioned like you get money, like they probably get more money off their TikTok views. Do you get money for TikTok views?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I did not know
It's
that.
called the Creator Fund, which I obviously I don't think I don't think the money really matters unless you're getting like millions of views on every single video you post. Like
I don't know.
Ray and
I disagree completely. I see people. I think if you can get like steady around like 30K views per TikTok, not saying that's like a little, but like compared to like it's not millions. There are people who like make like how they have like their houses or whatever. I think it's enough to like live check to check. You're not living a good life, but I think if you can average around 30 to 50K, roughly, I think you can live check to check.
Like, how much money is that Josh World of T-shirts kid making?
Tons.
It's got to be so much.
He
deserves all of it.
Yeah.
He deserves all of it.
Right.
It's like the weirdest thing because that kid is. He lives in New York.
He runs New York. To be fair, he is the king of New York.
Always hanging out in expensive places. I don't know if he's buying anything, but like that dude's got to be making a pretty penny off that.
That, and I think more of the money, honestly, comes from, like, the lives that you do. Because that's where you get, like, the donations. And that's why if you guys see how much they push the lives...
Yeah.
They have donos on lives?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because I've hopped in because I've been interested. I watched a guy play Beyblades. It's fucking awesome.
Okay.
I got sucked in.
Okay.
And all of them are gimmicky, so I actually do want to try a live sometime just to see. I want to, like, play Tetris. Because if you can get something that will just get someone sucked in, because I got sucked into a guy playing Tetris, I fell for it, so maybe I can fall for another, or I can get another fucking moron to watch me.
Do you guys have the same issue? I have run into that one dude putting rubber bands on the watermelon. I run into him about 5 times a day. I swear
Yes.
to God.
I'm sick of that fucker, because it's just on loop. It's the same video. Or it's the same, like, thing.
I literally see it like 5 times a day. What
one
did he figure out?
The one I've been seeing a lot lately is just like, he's probably like some 15-year-old kid, and it's just like him with like a green screened, I'll end this live when Billie Eilish joins.
Yeah, I've seen that one too.
So many times.
I've seen that one, and the one I've seen that I hate, the one I see the most, is a guy who, he always has a scissors and a pack of Pokemon cards, and he just sits there saying, should I do it? Should I do it? And then I see him all the time, and he's just threatening to cut this pack of cards open. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. This does not appeal to me. I don't fucking do this shit. But I see it all the time. So I don't know what I did in the algorithm.
Yeah, I don't know either. I see I never like tune into any lives. It's like, but it's either I get watermelon dude, some hot chick, or some like people who have like physical disabilities.
Oh,
what?
It's really weird. I get that all the time.
Oh,
hey,
all the time.
I'm not here to
right.
You're into what you're into.
Yeah. That is
like clockwork. It's like one of those.
It is weird what runs the app, you know. Not like the hot chicks, that's always just gonna run the horny kids.
It'll run every app.
Right, yeah. But I do actually have something. I just thought about this now when we were talking about that Worldofshirts t-shirts guy. Love him. He's probably my favorite. Yeah, I love this kid. Like the thing I hate a ton right now are the people who are angry about him asking for $50 for a picture. You losers. Let the kid do what he wants. He's, 18, 19? Come on. Are you kidding me? You're going to try canceling this kid over that?
Well,
give me a fucking break.
TikTok of like some guy walking past him as he's recording a video. He's recording, I run this city. And the guy's like, hey, you're the guy from TikTok. And he goes, you ruined my video.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude. And then they're like, and then you have like these people who are like actually upset with him, right? And it's like, this dude is like literally autistic.
Yeah,
like, just leave him alone.
He's a kid, right?
Make his money.
And like, I'd be pretty pissed off too if everyone started running up to me. People treat him like a legit celebrity and are always, because that's the thing now. It's like,
New York, dude.
True. That, to be fair, yeah, he does. But like, I'd be pretty pissed off too, and like, be honest, I'd be like, yeah, $50. I'm sick of people asking for videos.
Yeah.
So, like, the people who are actually angry about it, shut the fuck up. You losers. You're just jealous.
Let him live his life.
Yeah.
He's living the good life.
You're jealous you don't run New York.
Yeah.
Love that kid. He's so cool. He is so funny.
People are turning on him. It's weird.
It is. I hate that. It's like, come on, really? Come on.
Why can't we just let a good
Dude, his videos are just so simple. It's just so entertaining every time I see one. I watch it like 5 times.
I watch every video that man makes. Like, since January, I've been watching his TikToks because I really like his shit.
I still have no idea what World of T-shirts means.
Because that's the business.
Yeah, it really is. It's so good. I can't even.
That's the business. Check his about next time. He has a website. That man has never plugged his website, but he has a website of like where he sells T-shirts.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Yeah, and iPhone cases.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's just a hustler, honestly.
Literally is.
Yeah.
He knows way more about money than I ever would. Because like he actually
I can tell you about blockchain.
Yep. Yeah. Seriously. So I'm loving the dog on the pod today.
It's nice to have.
Remy. Yeah, Remy. Hey, buddy. Hey. I'm sure the other ones will make an appearance at some point. So.
Okay.
Just a few guest appearances throughout the show. Always spice it up a little bit. So
dog
a nice
cast.
little treat for anyone watching on the video side.
Yeah.
A little dog cast for the people.
That's a little reminder. If you're listening to this on audio, we do post it on YouTube as a video form. So make sure you go and subscribe and like and all that.
To be honest, it's the superior way.
Yeah,
It really is.
It is. It's the ultimate way.
3 beautiful faces on screen and dog appearances. I mean, what more could you ask for?
The visual cage.
I'm going to switch topics hard here because this is something that really pisses me off. And so back on, all right, I'll start over. One of our favorite things we like doing here is bashing olds. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
So
fuck the olds.
I really don't like the olds. And I think that's what drives my hatred of this topic in particular because it keeps getting brought up again and again and again because there's always something that brings it back up, and it has to do with baseball, unwritten rules, and boomers being boomers. We have to do this at least once a year, and it's going to be more times where it's like, well, this guy shouldn't have hit a home run. I'm going to throw a baseball 95 plus miles an hour at him. That will show him that I'm the bigger man.
Yep.
Like, what a child. You have got to be such a fucking weirdo to do that.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it is there is a reason why Tony La Russa is in the office and the players have a locker.
Oh my god.
To be fair.
I hate that, man.
He's kind of onto something. He's in the office. There's a reason.
Tony La Russa, when asked about the Twins throwing at him at Yerman Mercedes the next game, he said, "I see nothing wrong with how they handled that." Like, fuck, you can't even have your team, your own players back when, like, it infuriates me so much. I am at a loss of words. There's so many thoughts running through my head about the awful things I want to see happen to Tony La Russa.
So many thoughts about this too, because it's like the Twins didn't just bring in like an end of the bullpen guy. They brought in Willens Astudillo, a position player, to throw a 46 mile an hour pitch on a 3-0 count. What the hell else are you supposed to do? And let's be honest, it is not easy to hit a baseball that's only being pitched at you 46 miles an hour about 400 feet.
No,
it is not easy to do.
No.
And also, he's a rookie who nobody saw coming. He's been your best player all year. And this dude, when it comes to contract time, what are they going to be looking at? They're going to be looking at stats. Why would you not add a home run if you can get there? That's just money in your pocket. It's ridiculous.
Dude, what watching that, what it reminded me of, this is a bad movie, but have you guys seen the Bad News Bears, right?
Oh, yeah.
A long time ago.
So, when they get, I think it's Billy Joe Thornton's, nephew, or no, it's just some kid who's like dating his daughter, I'm pretty sure. But like they're like he's been crushing it all season, and they decide to like pitch out, and the kid just steps over and fucking launches it over the fence. That's exactly what it looked like, because that pitch was not a strike, like not even close to a strike. Your man said, "I will take that 450 yards or feet."
Right.
Thing. You know?
Might as well have gone yards too. Who cares?
Seriously.
I mean, it's just so infuriating because it's not even a game at that point. It's like 15 to whatever. It's not it is their own fault. It's their fault that they got into that hole. Don't get mad because the other team is just kicking your ass.
I don't understand, like, if you put in a position player, what are they supposed to take it easy on them? Like, they're professional athletes that are getting paid hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars to like do this. What I like watching in baseball is people hitting cock shots, whether it be off a 46-mile-an-hour pitch or a 100-mile-an-hour pitch. I want to see that ball go into the fucking ocean. You know?
You talk about good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship is always going hard, I think. Or at least most of the time. It's not... I would be so... If, like, I'm thinking if I was playing, like, a tennis match, I was getting, like, my ass kicked or something like that, I wouldn't want that person to knock. And if you're getting paid millions, you're fucking... Show the fuck up. Like, I would never go... I would never, like, be like, oh, you know what, I'll go easy. I would fucking go nuts, so. Fuck you. Right. I would choose... I'd be honored.
The worst part about this entire situation is not even like Tony La Russa and like the MLB talking heads that are about this, but like then you see the posts on Twitter and Facebook where you have like real life people talking like Tony La Russa, like, oh, I would have threw at his head too, you know, like shut up.
And then you have
entertaining things or what?
And then one of the more like popular things is, you know, it'll be like something bashing Tony La Russa, and then one of the popular responses is, well, his White Sox have the best record in the AL. It's like, who's got the best record in the AL? Does Tony La Russa, or do the guys on the actual field have the best record in the AL, in spite of Tony La Russa?
Right.
Like, that's a ridiculous assertion.
Imagine having a cool young team and having and just being the boomer who like hates your own team or your players, because didn't Tim Anderson have to like stand up and like be like, no, like completely disagree with him?
And Lance Lynn did too.
I was gonna say,
I think he was defending Lance Lynn. Yeah. Or something like that. Yeah, I think he had to stand up.
I know they both spoke up in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Against your own manager. It's like, and then he tried to like lie about it and say, we gave him the sign to take. And nobody saw any sign made towards him to take that pitch. And since when does Tony La Russa have any right to talk about following signs?
Yeah.
I also find it incredibly hard to believe that, like, do these guys really look down to third base for a take sign? Is that something that actually happens in the MLB?
I think so. I don't think
There's
that's a real
no
thing.
way that happens. That happened with me when I was like 9 years old, because you're so stupid you don't know what to do, you know?
True.
But like, there's no way a professional baseball player is looking down to the coach like, yeah, what's this fucking
What do I do?
Yeah.
Even if that does happen, like if you're like somebody like Yermin Mercedes who is batting clearly a good hitter, you always have the green light. It doesn't matter what the count is. Whatever.
Speaking of oh no, you whatever you're.
I was just gonna say, in general, like the last little thing about this is, you can be mad all you want. You don't throw a baseball 95 plus at a player as retaliation.
Kevin PR.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
and that didn't even happen on purpose. But yeah.
Completely ridiculous. Like, and they're supposed to be the guys who are protecting the game, the unwritten rules, the integrity. No, they come off as gigantic pussies.
Never a fan of like the term unwritten rule ever.
It just makes it feel like some like stupid fraternity, which it was at one point. Yeah. And it's just nice to see it slowly getting away from it, because like I feel like 10 years ago, if this would have happened, everybody would have just been like, yeah, well, that's baseball. But at least now you have people who are saying like, no, this is really fucking stupid.
Yeah, it was the same sort of thing ironically, like with Tim Anderson when he did his bat flip, like that was such a big deal then. But now people can bat flip and nobody cares. So hopefully people can. It was also last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago when Tatis hit that home run on 3-0?
Last year.
Yeah, you know, like
boo-hoo.
Yeah. Just don't be bad. Don't be a bad pitcher. I don't know.
You don't want him to flex on you. Don't give up a home run. It's like the same thing in the NFL. Oh, you don't like them doing group celebrations? Don't let them score touchdowns.
Yeah.
Literally. That's like Bill Belichick says too, like that's part of the reason he like wants his players to celebrate. But he says when you do it as a group. He's like because he's like it's an emotional game, why wouldn't you celebrate? Like that's
Right.
part of the game. But I was going to say, speaking of boomers and baseball, Fenner, how do you feel about modern-day Babe Ruth?
Yo, Shohei Ohtani is maybe the most, like, exciting thing to happen to baseball in the last, like, 40 years.
What was even more exciting 40 years ago?
Yeah, he's like the most talented athlete in baseball, I think, like, literally ever.
I have to
be arguing that.
I have to ask, because obviously, like, they've got Mike Trout and Ohtani, and, like...
And Ohtani is...
Well, I have to...
If I was drafting a team right now, I would take Ohtani over Mike Trout.
Well, like, that begs the question. That begs the question, because you guys are bigger baseball guys than me. Why do the Angels suck? Why are they bad?
Because they have 3 good players on their roster.
Pretty fucking good.
They happen to be really, really good players, but everybody else is bad.
They might be the most top-heavy team like you could ever find because outside of like Rendon, Trout, Ohtani, and maybe Jared Walsh, I guess it's like that team is embarrassing. Like you won't even find anyone batting over the Mendoza line, and their pitchers are garbage. Their relievers are garbage. It's like a couple of years ago they had like the worst farm system basically ever, and it has just been killing that team's depth ever since.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's tough. Which does suck, obviously, because they do have like now 3 like legit superstars. And I don't know, Kyle, do you know who owns that team?
I'm not sure. I
have
don't
no
know.
clue, but like ever since I have been able to pay attention to baseball, that team has been bad.
Yeah.
Like they just so happened to luck into Mike Trout, like the best player of the generation, and they just don't do anything with it. They don't support him in any way. Like I don't even know if you need to necessarily stud up the lineup any more than it has, but who's the best pitcher that's been on the team with Mike Trout?
They used to.
Amy?
No. They used to have some guys who they just had Tommy John and everything.
Tommy Ohtani.
Yeah. But I think that I don't think it's like an ownership problem because I actually kind of respect the Angels owner because time and time again he's been one of the few owners in baseball that's willing to just hand out a massive contract to a player, which I can always respect that, whether it be Pujols, Rendon, Mike Trout, any of these other guys. I mean, hell, they tried with guys like Justin Upton. I mean, at the time they got Justin Upton, he was a star. Then he got to LA and sucked. I mean, it's like the same thing with Vladimir Guerrero, like towards the end of his career. It's like, what are you going to do?
Feels like a Zion on the Pelicans kind of thing, or even Anthony Davis.
Yeah. I guess kind of, yeah.
Like, I think they're trying. I think it's more like, I think it's the scouting that's been terrible. I think they haven't made any good trades. I mean, it's stuff like that. They like the number one thing is that they butchered their farm system 8 years ago. Now they're really paying the price for it.
It doesn't help that Joe Adele sucks too. That'd be cool if he was good, but
right. Yeah, and their pitching prospects just haven't panned out either.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Very reminiscent of the Milwaukee Brewers.
We're gonna be in. So everybody says now,
Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani.
Everybody says nowadays how Shohei Ohtani is like the modern day Babe Ruth. Do you think in about
Babe Ruth wishes
100 years there's going to be a descendant of Fenner talking to his idiot friends, and then one of his friends is going to go up to that Fenner and be like, He would have struck out Shohei Ohtani. Easy clap. He would have never seen a slider coming.
Then Fetter's going to turn into the old head.
Yo, Kyle, did you send that picture to the baseball group chat of Shohei Ohtani and like how fucking ripped that guy is now?
I think that was Reese.
No, yeah.
Or whatever.
Point is.
Fucking yoked.
Yeah.
Big boy. How old is Ohtani?
27?
Oh, that's so awesome. He's still so
He's
young.
like in the prime of his career.
Yeah, starting. I mean, he's just really figuring it out now because he had his first year in the league where he was good.
Yeah.
But it was his first year. Then he got hurt, and now he's getting healthy again, and he basically starting to figure out the MLB.
Dude,
it's
the
great.
way, like, I've never liked Joe Madden just because I don't, like, he tries to, like, I don't know. He does some weird stuff. He's always done weird stuff as a manager. But the way he's handling Shohei Ohtani is so fucking cool.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
On days that he starts, they don't DH for him. They let him bat. And when he pitches his 5, 6, 7 innings or whatever, they take out the right fielder and put Shohei Ohtani in right and let him finish the rest of the game. That's so fucking cool.
That's fucking sick.
I love that they're not just putting the kid gloves on him anymore. They're just letting him
they're just let him fucking go, man.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Kind of pivoting here, if you guys don't have anything more to say about Boomer
We're
baseball.
starting to get too complimentary towards players and people. I need to get angry again.
Fair enough. So there's like a whole, just pivoting to a different sport. I've got a ton of things to complain about the NBA. One of them being last night, what probably playoffs already peaked with the Lakers-Warriors game. But my biggest complaints is really, in general, West Coast games. Why did I have to stay up to midnight to watch that? Why was this not just a prime time? Everyone wanted to watch this game. Why did I have to stay up to midnight for that game? That's so fucking stupid. Suck it up, West Coast. Play at noon, or whatever the fuck it would work.
I have had a vendetta against the West Coast in general for a very long time because of this specific reason. Whether it comes to baseball games, especially because there's so many baseball players like Shohei Ohtani, like Mike Trout. It's like, man, I would really enjoy to watch those. I like watching the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. That'd be fun. Oh, wait, they start at 9:30.
Yeah.
Are you absolutely kidding me? And it's like, now I can't watch because I have a job and got to wake up in the morning like a big strapping adult that I am.
Yeah, what does LeBron got to do?
Exactly. And if you even looked around, there were
video games.
There were some like, people with their smartphones in the bleachers catching their angle of LeBron's deep 3-pointer that he hit at 2 a.m. And it's like, you looked around, there's nobody at that goddamn Laker game. So why have the game at their prime time at like their 7 o'clock? Why even bother having it? Nobody's watching anyways from the West Coast because there's so many other things to do. How about you just let the rest of America have this? Started at 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Central. I don't care.
Literally, if it's not the finals, they don't fucking care there. Because it's like they booked their ticket, whatever. But and everyone on Twitter, everyone's like, why the fuck do we have to stay up till midnight for this? Like, I remember it just being 9 o'clock, and I was like, I'm kind of tired. Guess I gotta boot up the best game of the season right now. Like, it was just so stupid. But yeah, I guess it was worth it. I was very happy. The game was electric. But I do have to say, it's awesome that in the first year of this like real play-in kind of thing, it's awesome to have such a good game. But honestly, if we didn't have Lakers-Warriors, I don't think these play-in games fucking matter. They're glorified. They're glorified regular season games.
And the thing is, you're never going to have this again because this Lakers situation was just super weird just because they had some really specific injuries at really specific times. So that's why they got the 7 seed in the first place. Like, I think for the first time ever, the 7 seed is the heavy favorite over the 2 seed because the Lakers are playing the Suns and are heavily favored. And it's like, you're never going to have that again. So good luck finding another play-in game of this caliber. Instead, we're just going to get like Grizzlies Portland until the end of time.
Literally, look at all the other games. They just sucked. Like, I've only watched I watched the Pacers game, but that was it for the play-in. Because honestly, who fucking cares about these other? I don't know. They're all just regular season games.
How long has Karis LeVert been a Pacer?
This year.
Yeah, that was in the Depot to Houston. That was Oladipo. That was a 3-way trade.
And it literally saved his life.
Victor Oladipo plays for the Rockets?
He did.
He did, and then he got traded to Miami, and now he's out for the year.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of...
This is what I was going to complain about when you brought up the NBA, is my God, fuck the coronavirus for what it did to last season, because I lost all interest in the NBA last season, and I just have not been able to get it back for the life of me.
It's been tough this year for me in general. I blame that on the Nets.
I blame it mostly on basketball fatigue, because there was just once the bubble started, there was basically no break in basketball. I
was gonna say it's like they had a month off after the finals to when this season started. It just seemed like there was no time.
See, my interest is not the fatigue, because I stopped to watch after the Bucks lost. I had no energy to watch that fucking finals. And I don't think anyone fucking did. I think that was the worst viewing finals, because it was a terrible time too. NFL was going on. But for me, it's been the Nets. I don't know. I've seen this story. It's really discouraging when a team is that fucking stacked. Yeah. With that being said, though, I was going to complain. Bucks have 2 noon games in the first 4 games of the playoffs. Hate that so much. Awful.
Awful. Sorry, Goldilocks. Yeah. You get the perfect time, not too hot, too cold.
You're giving us 2 noon games? First of all, the Bucks historically are terrible at noon. You're setting us up for failure. They are awful at noon games. They're playing the Heat, and that's a little early for having 2 of those. Give us just a 5 o'clock. Or a 4 o'clock, whatever it is. 1 o'clock, no. Oh, I don't like that.
Perfect time for a game to start. I mean, primo.
No.
You don't have to wake up too early. You can do so many things after the game. You can watch the game with some friends. You can go get some dinner afterwards. A few drinks. It's perfect.
No.
It's literally perfect.
A nice 5 o'clock is where I want it. I don't like it's too early. I'm finishing my coffee at that time.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too early. This guy can't have it anyway.
I'll give you a window for games. Perfect window. I would say probably what I'm complaining. Bucks have 2 of them. I get the playoffs. Someone needs to play at noon. I get it. I get how it's played. But I hate. Oh my God, 4 noon games. Oh.
Yeah.
It should be a cycle. The Bucks shouldn't have 2 noon games. Too damn early.
All for it. Give me more of these days. I love a good daytime basketball game. That's my favorite time to watch basketball.
Only on Christmas, I feel that way. Christmas is great, but...
Fenner, going back, so you didn't know that Karis LeVert was a Pacer, right?
Didn't know Depot went to the Rockets and then also Miami, yeah.
Well, you know that trade, literally saved Karis LeVert's life, right?
Yeah.
No.
Because they did that trade, they had to give Karis LeVert a physical, and then they found out that, I can't remember what it was. I think it was, one of his kidneys or something, had a cancerous lump on it.
Yeah.
And then they removed it, and now he's been back to playing. But they would not have found that if he didn't have that physical. So it literally saved his life.
Yeah, pretty cool story.
Good trade.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding. Even if, you can't even be mad about that, him being oh, I'm a Pacer now and not getting my ring or whatever. It literally literally saved his life. So, really cool.
Easy.
Yeah, but, that was just, that was on my mind. I feel like there's one other. Oh, yeah. I'm just pissed we're playing the Heat first round. This sucks.
I love it. I was mad at first.
Really?
I'm in.
God, I wish.
If there's any better way to just... this is the perfect, litmus test right here.
That's a good point.
It's now we find out, what the Bucks are made of, because essentially this is the same Heat team from last year. It's all
it's a little
the
worse.
Same parts. Maybe. I don't think they have Jay Crowder, but, they're playing worse, but it's, the same guys. I think it's just a good mental hurdle to get over. And here's the thing. If we don't beat the Heat... We weren't beating the Nets anyways, and we kind of blow it up a little bit as far as we get rid of Bud. We clean house a little bit. I think this is the absolute perfect first-round matchup. Perfect.
See, I hate the fact that...
How do you feel about getting rid of Bud? Are we in on that?
Yes.
I'm in.
Yeah. I'm over it.
I'm willing to have my mind changed if we have a nice deep run in the playoffs. Like if he actually did make the adjustments, and because if you listen to like other coaches around the league, it seems like that Bud has been. I'm on the fence about it, but we'll find out now.
So making adjustments, or
yeah, I guess like I was reading this thing on The Athletic today about how one of the big, because it was always about forming the wall around Giannis. And one of the ways that they've stopped it this year is implementing like a thing in the offense called like the dunker spot. So basically, instead of Giannis like just going full force into like the wall, he has somebody who's kind of just sitting like right under the basket. So he doesn't have to go super full speed. When they come up to stop him or take a charge to get him in foul trouble, then he can like slow down, dump it off, and it's really opened up the offense.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like I guess it's a good time to find out what Bud. This is it. This is what this season. This is why I couldn't get necessarily into the Bucks regular season, because we've had 2 amazing regular seasons in a row. It showed me that these games really fucking mean nothing when you're a top 4 seed. Now it's like this is everything that the season's been leading up to. Now let's really see, can we make adjustments? How does this team play? I feel like we're just now seeing like what this season has led up to. So it's exciting, also terrifying. I'm just happy we've got some playoff basketball at home in Milwaukee. That's just fun. That's just cool.
I'm ready for this now. Like I feel good. Like I haven't watched a whole lot of basketball in the second half of the season, but ready to hop back in again. I'm actually super pumped for Saturday.
Having low expectations is nice too going into this season.
Yep.
That is, I'll say that's nice. But what I do hate, the Sixers have such a Mickey Mouse run to the fucking Eastern Conference Finals. What a Mickey Mouse run! It's brutal in our area, because they are not the best team in the East, but they can have the easiest run. Like, congrats, you get. I don't even know whoever's going to be the 8 seed. What are your thoughts, Ivy? But
I agree.
But then they'll have like what, the Knicks or the Hawks in the second round? Come on now. Such bullshit.
I'll tell you what, if the Bucks do lose to the Nets and then it's Nets Sixers Eastern Conference Finals, I'm rooting for the Nets easily.
Yeah, I think I would too. Yeah, I don't like the Sixers.
Who would you root for in the finals? Them or one of the LA teams?
Just LA team. LeBron versus super team. I'm always choosing LeBron. I hate to say it.
As if he doesn't have Anthony Davis.
I get it, but it will always, if that's the matchup, I will always choose LeBron. And I hate to say it.
I also don't hate LeBron.
So I don't either.
Any of the players on the Nets specifically. That's the issue I'm running into.
No, I love Kevin Durant.
I do too.
I love KD.
I
am not a fan of Kyrie Irving.
I like Kyrie Irving.
I'm not.
I flat out just don't like how stacked that team is. That's what I'm rooting against. I don't hate any player on there. I always hated the Rockets more than I hated Harden. I think Harden's cool on the Nets. I hate Steve Nash as a coach, though. I don't know if that's a weird thing to hate. I hate it. Like, you walked into the easiest situation you could have.
It's like with Steve Kerr when he took over for Mark Jackson. It's like, wow, you just get the best team. Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Right. Yeah. That's why, like, I do hate Steve Nash as a coach. Kind of ridiculous.
Like, for the longest time, that's how I used to feel about Eric Spoelstra, and then it turns out, like, oh, Eric Spoelstra is a phenomenal coach.
He also has headspace and fun.
Yeah, it's just super cool. Like, that is a true, like, bottom to the top thing. Like, I'm all in on Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah,
he's great. Yeah, just a great coach. But fuck the Heat.
I'm ready. I'm ready for that ass.
We gotta do it. It's gonna be a tough. It'll go 7 games, I think.
I think it goes 5.
Oh.
I think it's
gentleman's sweep. I hope we can do that. That's what they did to us last year. So a little gentleman's sweep. I'm with it. I think
the Bucks are coming in with a lot of swagger, and I think Drew Holiday is just changes this team completely, mentally and like on the court.
And we've got Bobby Portis this time around.
True.
He'll scare them away. But yeah,
Also,
I am excited.
The Bucks have been destroying the Heat when we play head to head.
We've never had them with Jimmy Butler. He's never.
Jimmy
played.
who?
Fair enough. Yeah.
He was homeless at one point. You know that?
Who?
Yeah.
No, I can't stop. I don't want to start like that "Who are you" shit when it comes to basketball players, because that just reminds me of Eric Bledsoe.
Terry Rozier.
Like, who the fuck is Terry Rozier? And Terry Rozier decided to drop 30 every single game on us and absolutely butt-fucked the Bucks.
Yeah.
Tough scene.
Yeah. Then you call him Drew Bledsoe. That was the weirdest beef ever. Weirdest playoff beef. And then that's when the whole Scary Terry shit happened.
Yeah, that was...
That dude sucked in that the Hornets game, though. Holy shit. That was bad.
Was he?
But, yeah. 0 for 9 on threes.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Because he is really good now, too.
Yeah. But, you guys got anything else you want to complain about?
I got some, but I'll save it for the next complaint cast. I want to come in fresh with that one.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't really have any of my own thoughts to complain about because honestly, I'm in a pretty good spot. I'm pretty happy. I'm a pretty happy person. So I'm on day shift. I got myself a nice little relationship, and I currently have 5 dogs at my house. So
I was gonna say,
complain about.
Yeah, round of applause for Fenner. Just a happy guy. You know,
it's down here in reality. We'll have more ammo for the next complaint cast.
Yeah. Zero dogs over on my end.
Yeah, exactly.
That's tough.
Kind of a sad reality. I did have one more. It's a really short thing I want to complain about. That I hate. I don't get really the point of, and you guys will agree with me on this one. This isn't a hot take by any means. People on Reddit who want. It's always joked like fake internet points or whatever, but people who like want karma bad on Reddit are losers. I don't think I just thought of that now because the idea of whenever someone says this is an unpopular take, they're saying the most popular take of all time. And I've just noticed that on Reddit and it pisses me off so much. Like, who are you trying to impress here?
It's the same. It's honestly like the same thing, Zach, with what we were talking about when we were down in Mexico about like likes on Instagram. It's the same sort of thing. You know,
right, yeah.
People care about that sort of stuff.
At least the difference with that is like my Instagram profile is like a profile of Kyle. My Reddit is like detached from me completely. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like people... Like, I don't know anyone. I could see you guys post something on Reddit, and I wouldn't know. Unless your name is, like, Alfenfen or whatever. Yeah. Then I'd be a little curious.
Kyle Pate, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. But I just see in threads, it's always, like, unpopular opinion, but... And then they say, like, this most popular opinion I've ever heard. It's like, what are you... Stop. Shut up. I'm so sick of hearing that shit. Like,
How often do you guys comment on Reddit posts? Because I maybe do, like, 2 times a year.
Almost never.
Really? Oh.
I've only posted on Reddit a couple times. And one of them, I got 136 upvotes. So
yeah.
The other time, Weez told me to post something in the Star Wars Reddit about some theory he had, and then I put it in there, and I got like -300.
That is the worst subreddit to go to. That is the absolute worst. They do not want to have fun in that Star Wars subreddit. I'll tell you, it is a scary place.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I think one time Weez posted to a friend of the pod. He literally commented LOL one time and got like -50 -50 karma.
Reddit is just kind of a weird place, though, in general.
It's very like culty. It's like group thing.
Forum for turbo virgins.
Yeah, basically.
That's why I don't post very much because I get a bunch of puss. So. Fair
enough. Yeah, I respect it. But yeah, I see so many comments today. There was just one that pissed me off. Is like unpopular opinion, but and then they say like what's everyone has said for like the last like 2 months.
Astro World is a good album.
That would be one of them. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even fucking kidding. That would be like what the unpopular opinion, but I kind of like Sicko Mode. Wow, crazy.
Unpopular opinion. T-Pab is a 9 out of 10, not a 10.
God.
Like, whoa.
No, the one I saw today, it was on the Milwaukee subreddit. For years they have been bashing Bradford Beach, and I've had enough of it. But so when they're like, share your most unpopular Milwaukee opinions. Top comment, Bradford Beach isn't fun. That's all the boomers talk about on that subreddit. It pisses me off so much. God. Yeah, so it's just an accumulation of what everyone says. So anytime someone says unpopular opinion or hot take, I know it's going to be the softest take I've ever heard. But that was just something I wanted to get out of the way. You guys got any last minute thoughts for the people?
I think you need to take over that subreddit. I think you need to like single-handedly brigade against old boomer takes. You got to do your thing.
Yeah,
if there's a small enough sub, I think you can take it over.
There's a good Milwaukee meme page that actually is very like Gen Z. So I support what they do. They're funny. Meme Milwaukee, I think it is, or whatever. But they're actually funny. I can tell that person who runs that is like 19. So I respect the youth. I respect my generation more than the millennials. You guys got any last thoughts for the people?
One quick question. Do you guys how old were you guys when you got a Reddit account? I think you guys got it a lot younger than I did.
2015. So
2015.
Let me look.
Mine was.
I was only 5 years old.
Yeah, mine was 2018 when I got, and that I never really used Reddit before that. And I thought it was so weird, how strict they were about the rules and everything. I don't know if that was just a me thing, but it's almost the same thing with some Discord channels I'm in now, where it's I ask a question and they're like, wrong channel, dude. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Can you answer it, or do I need to post it in that other channel and then you'll answer it?
Discord's scary strict with that shit.
It is.
It's intimidating.
You get all the neckbeard admins who are taking it a little too seriously. We know one in particular, and it's pretty fucking cringe. I'll say that it's extremely cringe.
Yeah.
Dude, touch grass.
Right. Go outside. And I'm not even a person to hit you with that. But go outside. Yeah. But, I think this does it from this episode of Farmcast. We're running the classics, hating boomers, stuff like that.
Playing the head.
Right, yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Talking a little babe on the pod. Babecast.
Feels good to be back.
Yeah, if you want to hear some more takes about Babe Ruth, subscribe to the Farmcast. Smash that like button, comment, tell us what you think. How never mind, I'm not going to say that. It's how would you kill Tony La Russa?
If you are, if you're new to the Farmcast and you're new to the Complaint Cast, feel free to go back, check out the other Complaint Casts. They're usually pretty timeless. They're evergreen. So if you like this one, go check out the old ones.
Right? Yeah, we got a whole catalog, a whole series now.
What are you guys mad about? Feel free to
let us know. Maybe we'll talk about it.
Maybe.
But, yeah, we'll see if it's good enough. Maybe it's not. We'll see if it's an unpopular opinion or not. We'll see. But hey, that does it here at the Farmcast. Follow us on social media at the Farmcast, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
TikTok, #MFam.
And Twitch, Doc Firmer. Go follow him. And a little streamer called Nick Merks, friend of the pod. Showed us out on stream. So thank you, Nick Merks. We know you're watching. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Farmcast. Bye.